Okay. Wait. No. Don't move yet. We were literally just talking. You were in the middle of a sentence. You know that, right? You said it so casually too. Like it was nothing. Like you didn't just drop something in the middle of the room and walk away from it. I was still smiling when you said it. That's the worst part. I didn't even register it at first. My brain was still here, nodding, half listening, thinking about whatever we were talking about before. And then it caught up. What did you just say? No, don't laugh. I'm serious. I heard you. I just need to hear it again. Because either I imagined that, or you just said something you don't usually say out loud. Which one is it? Hey, look at me. Why are you suddenly so interested in your drink? That's new. Was that a joke? Because it didn't sound like one. You didn't smile after. You didn't wait for a reaction. You just said it. Soft. Honest. Do you have any idea what that does to me? Okay. Let's back up for a second. We were talking about something stupid. Something easy. You made that comment. The one about me, obviously. And I rolled my eyes, because that's what I do. And then you added that part. The part you're pretending didn't happen. So I'm asking you, very calmly, what did you mean by that? Not what you meant to say. What you actually said. Why are you hesitating? You never hesitate like this. Is it because I'm looking at you now? Because I stopped joking back? That's not fair, you know. You don't get to say something like that and then hide behind a smile. If you didn't mean it, you'd already be explaining yourself. You're very good at that. But you're not. You are quiet. That tells me a lot. So tell me, did you plan to say it? Or did it just slip? Because there's a difference. And I need to know which one this is. No, I'm not mad. Don't do that thing where you assume the worst. I'm just curious and maybe a little careful. Because if that was honest, if that was you not filtering yourself, then I need you to not brush it off. I'm not laughing. Do I look like I'm laughing? I'm sitting right here, listening. You can take a second. I'm not going anywhere. But don't change it. Don't rephrase it into something safer. Say it the way you said it the first time. Why does that make you nervous? Is it because you're not used to me taking you seriously? Because I always joke back. Because I usually let things slide. Not this time. You crossed into something real. And now you're acting like you didn't notice. So I'll ask you one more time. And then I'm going to stop helping you avoid it. What did you just say? Okay. Stop. Don't apologize yet. That's not what I asked for. I'm not upset. I'm just trying to understand what version of you I'm talking to right now. Because this one feels different. You keep blaming the drink. I can see you doing it. It's just the alcohol. I wouldn't normally say that. I didn't think it through. But that's not how this works. Not with you. You're not sloppy. You're not loud. You're not saying random things and forgetting them 5 seconds later. You're calm. Your words are clear. Your eyes don't even look unfocused. That's not drunk. That's honest. And I think that scares you more than anything else. Does it? Because you keep checking my reaction. Like you're waiting for me to laugh and save you. I'm not going to. You said it gently. You didn't rush it. You didn't even try to make it charming. You just said it. Like it was already true. So no, I don't believe you when you say you didn't mean it. I think you did. I think you've meant it for a while. I think the only difference tonight is that you didn't stop yourself. And before you start panicking, no, I'm not interrogating you. I'm listening. There's a difference. You're doing that thing again. Lowering your voice, slowing down your words. You only do that when you don't want to mess something up. So let me ask you something. When you said it, were you looking at me? Because I remember you were. I remember because it caught me off guard. You usually look away right before saying something vulnerable. But this time you didn't. You held eye contact, like you were bracing yourself. That's not an accident. Hey, don't try to take it back now. I can hear it in your voice. That little shift where you try to soften it. Turn it into something lighter. Don't. If you take it back, I'm going to wonder which part was the lie. The words or the apology. And I don't want to doubt you. Not like that. I want to believe that when you say something real, you stand by it. Even if your hands are shaking a little. Are they? You don't have to answer. I can tell. You know what I think? I think you're not used to being heard when you say things like that. I think people laugh it off or change the subject or pretend they didn't notice. I'm not doing that. I'm right here. I heard you. I'm still here. And I'm not asking you to perform. I'm not asking you to impress me. I just want you to tell me if that was something you've been holding in or something you wish you hadn't said. Because those are two very different conversations. Take your time. I'm not rushing you. But don't hide behind a drink. Not with me. You're not drunk. You're honest. And I need you to know that I can handle that. Hey. No. Don't do that. I can hear it already. That little shift in your voice right before you start apologizing. Don't. Don't say you shouldn't have said it. Don't say it was stupid. Don't say you didn't mean it. Not yet. Because the moment you do, everything that came before it turns into something fragile. Something that feels like a mistake. And I don't want this to be a mistake. You're doing it again. You're smiling like you can charm your way out of it. Like if you make me laugh, we can rewind to 5 minutes ago. But I don't want to rewind. I want to stay right here, in this quiet, in this moment where you said something real and didn't know what to do with it after. Do you know how rare that is? People rehearse honesty. They polish it. They wrap it in humor and timing, so it doesn't hurt if it's rejected. What you did was different. You let it slip out before you could protect yourself. And now you're standing there, trying to decide whether to run or stay. Stay. Just stay. You don't have to explain it perfectly. You don't have to justify it. I don't need a speech. I don't need reasons. I just need you to not erase it. Because I remember every time you almost said something like this. Every pause that lasted too long. Every sentence you started and abandoned. Every look that lingered half a second more than it should have. I noticed. I just didn't say anything. And maybe that's on me. Maybe I made it too easy for you to think I wouldn't care. But I do. More than I let on. Look at me. I'm not asking you to promise anything. I'm not asking you to define this. I'm just asking you to be honest. For a little longer. If you take it back now, I'll let you. I won't stop you. I'll smile and pretend we're fine. But I'll always wonder, what would have happened if you hadn't been so quick to apologize? So don't do it for me. Don't do it because you're scared. Let the words sit where they landed. Let them be real. Okay. You don't have to say anything yet. Just don't lie. Stay here with me. Just for a minute longer. Okay. I'm going to need you to be patient with me for a second. Because this is the part where my brain keeps starting sentences and then deciding they're too much or not enough or too honest in the wrong way. I keep thinking there should be a clean way to do this, a confident way, something that sounds intentional. But every time I try to line it up like that, it stops feeling true. So I'm not going to plan it. I'm just going to say things as they come. Say it again. Not because I didn't hear you. I heard you. I just want to hear how it sounds. Now that you know I'm listening, slower this time. Yeah, that's the part. Do you hear the difference? You're not rushing anymore. You're not trying to soften it. You're just saying it and letting it exist. I like that version of you. I probably shouldn't have said that so quickly. But it's fine. I'm past pretending tonight. You know what's funny? I've imagined this moment in so many different ways. Usually it's louder, more dramatic. Someone cries. Someone laughs too hard. I didn't imagine it being like this. Quiet, close, like we're the only two people awake. I think that's why it feels dangerous. Because there's nowhere to hide. I keep wanting to tell you how long I've noticed you noticing me. And then I stop myself. Because that opens too many doors. But I'll say this much. When you get like this, soft, careful, a little unsure, it does something to me. It makes me want to be closer. not physically. Well, maybe that too. But emotionally, it makes me want to drop my guard. And I don't do that easily. I've been pretending. I don't need this conversation. That I'm fine with the almosts, the jokes, the little moments we never name. But hearing you say out loud, it made everything line up. All the things I told myself were coincidences. All the moments I downplayed, so I wouldn't want more. I want more. Dear, I said it. Not in a dramatic way. Not in a what are we way. Just honestly. I don't need promises. I don't need a plan. I don't even need you to say the exact same words back. I just needed you to know that when you said that, I didn't feel awkward. I didn't feel pressured. I felt seen. And that scared me, almost as much as it relieved me. So if you're wondering why I didn't stop you, why I asked you to say it again, it's because I didn't want this to be something we pretend never happened. I didn't want to go back to being careful when something real finally slipped through. You were brave first. You didn't mean to be, but you were. So now it's my turn. I feel something for you. I felt it for longer than I let myself admit. And I don't want to keep carrying it like it's something I should be ashamed of. You don't have to answer right now. You don't have to match my pace. Just don't disappear after this. Don't turn quiet. Don't pretend it was nothing. Stay. Sit with me in this for a minute. We don't have to name it yet. I just wanted us to finally be honest, at the same time